you're able to
the chaos.
let
Chaos.
They like the chaos.
they like the chaos. So when you're able to
The chaos.
let that chaos reign with
The chaos.
let that chaos reign with
The chaos.
let that chaos reign with
Must reign.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another session, another live stream here on the Chaos Rain Show. I am Chaos Rain here, the one and only. I'm just looking at some things right now. All right, the links to follow me are in the description, and I give you two now. You can follow me on Twitter at ChaosRain7. You can add me as a friend on Facebook, Eric Ray on Facebook. You can also join my Discord service as well. Follow me on Rumble as well. CRain23 on Rumble. The hell is this? Yeah, this is a fan favorite. You know, this we come up with these weird fan favorites. I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking at it, and they look like they have some trailer of the Ghost Rider. I don't know where these guys come up with these concepts, man. Yeah, they do a good job. Yeah. Yeah, he can't play Johnny Blaze. So also become a member of the Cast Run Show as well. I apologize, guys. I got distracted. So now, what we all been waiting to discuss, and as you know, this particular image you see here, or you know, the topic at hand, it gotten a lot of attention for good reasons. For those, and please, guys, make sure you leave a comment at the end of the stream and like the video, like always. Hold on. And you know, my thing is this. That there are a lot of black people today, and we can say Americans in general as a whole. We are kind of too big as a nation. And I think with RFK Jr., or the son or nephew of the late Kennedy Jr., what do you call President Kennedy, is going to step in dealing with the health issues with the Department of Health. And I know he got a lot of pushback because of certain things, especially with the COVID shots and all that nonsense, right? But my thing is this, personally, that we had to really address the elephant in the room, which is the health problems of black folks. And how you see that this lady right here on the screen up here, how she not only should not be talking or even go as far as have the right to talk about what she qualifies or what society should accept her as is. We deal with the reality at hand. Society does not respect overweight, obese people. That also applies to men that are morbidly obese, roughly 290 and above. And we could say over 250, depending on the man's height. But we all know the average height for most men today is roughly 5'9.5", maybe 5'10". And he might weigh maybe close to 200 pounds or just under 180. And I'm just giving some guess of how much weight and height. But overall, we look at the woman, the female counterparts, especially black women, that what is said that they have gained 30, and I would say even go as far as they gained an additional 55 or 60 pounds in the last decade. And I think the weight of most women, particularly women generally, and we're going to talk about black women because there's a black woman image up here, is I would predict since the 70s, going on the 80s, roughly. I think around the 80s, I think women's weight start to really skyrocket because of the manipulation and the effects of food and additives of process. And one thing I've noticed with this trend that women start to gain more weight every 10 pounds every decade. Because if it said women have weighed 30 more pounds, let's start from 1980 to present. That's a period of 40 years, right? So we're looking at 40 pounds. I say 60 just for good measure, but to be safe, I will say women overall here in the West have gained an additional 40 more pounds than their male counterpart for some time now. And how we know this? Because let's be honest, you cannot be a man in America, be severely, and I mean severely, overweight and think you're going to be of any usefulness in society. That ain't happening. Not at all. Not today. No, ever. And that's something that's never been discussed personally. So when people talk about this weight issue, it is really not the same, in my opinion, and it should not be the same. Because when we look at men got bigger as well as women, we could have that, but let's be personally honest. Most men today are not going to be nowhere close to the average weight that women are starting to proportionally jump up today. And the reason why I say it's because if you're a fat man, like a really big man, you're not getting no love in society. This is downright deplorable. And not only that, let's keep it real. Society will let you know that you're fat, you're slobby, and all that. They don't hold no punchlines when it comes to men and the weight. And if you think I'm blind, look for it, look into it. Really analyze what I'm saying, conceptualize what I'm saying. When men are morbidly obese, like as big as her, he gets no respect in society. And that's the straight up truth. That's what you'll see. No women tell me say big dudes need love too and all that stuff because it's not the same. It's not the same. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So it's not really the same at all. The saying that there's a preference of men today bigger. No, men cannot be afford to be super overly beast because he knows where the end result will happen. He knows where he stands in society if he's really large, where you see like big guts, belly, hangover. Everything's big. The neck's big. The head. Need I go more? There is no respect or love for any man that is morbidly obese. But for black women and women generally that are like this lady here you see in this picture, that's super big, oh, she will get some form of love, or she'll be spread propaganda and lie about herself where in doubt she will be think that she is the ish and she requires more and won't take less, and she is big as a whale. So need that to say, I'm going to probably look up something for more context of this, and then I'm going to play a wonderful sister that really lays out more about the effects of big women, and really this is what she discovered. So as you tune in to the stream, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Might go in on this. So now I'm just checking my let me see if I can pull it up. Where's my TikTok? All right, is this the one? And I was not really going to share this, but I say, why not? Might as well just look at this one article, then mix up a little bit. And this is in Detroit, of all places. God damn it. My God, Detroit is something else, I'll tell you that much. And as I'm trying to... All right, so let me screen share this, and if my volume sounds good, let me know, guys. All right, let's go. I can't fit in that car. Detroit rapper sues after Lyft driver says she won't fit in his vehicle, refused ride. And mind you, this woman right now, as you can see, is suing. She is suing Lyft. And I'm not sure what the amount she's suing, but she's going to make some money off Lyft. And as we read it, let's play this video to see if you guys can hear this.
Time doesn't.
Let me stop that. And you know this is serving advertisement for their nonsense. All right.
Tonight on The Edge, a Detroit rapper is going viral for something other than her music.
Fans know her as Dank DeMoss, and they're fuming after a Lyft driver allegedly denied her a ride because of her size. And Fox News' Jessica Dubnik is live in Detroit with this.
And this is in Detroit, guys. So now let's play.
Well, it all unfolded on video. Deja Banlane whipped out her phone when this all happened. Now, the Lyft driver, he was kind enough and apologetic, but refused her a ride and said that she would not fit and that her weight couldn't be handled by his tires. Now she's filing a lawsuit.
Have you been in cars that size before?
Yes, I have. I've been in cars smarter than that, you know.
Deja Blanding tells us she was just trying to get to a Detroit Lions watch party this month when her Lyft rolled up.
As I'm walking, I see him like making faces or whatever. I'm like, oh man.
She already knew.
I can fit in this car.
Believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me.
He told her there's not enough room in his car.
The kicker part was.
Now, you guys gotta remember, most people that are doing taxi, which is now considered either Uber or Lyft now, which is the alternate verb of taxi driving, because people still drive cars, and God forbid if they transition completely to self-driving cars, it'd be a problem. A lot of people are doing this as a side hustle to make a little ends meet, a little small money here and there for other endeavors. Now, I'm not sure what's the payout for most Lyft drivers. I know it's not really that great. It's not that good. And for those that could tell me or educate more about Lyft and all other transportations that people work for independently, let me know in the chat room or the comment section. But last time I checked, these type places or these corporations you work for, they get their cut, and the money that you make and give to them is not going to equate to buying or sustain yourself, depending if you treat this as a full-time job. I could be wrong. Anybody can correct me, let me know. All right, let's play more.
When he started to talk about his tires, you know, I feel like that was a slap in the face. That was like my tires, you know, like.
The driver said his tires could not handle her weight.
Every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL.
No, I don't never have to order Uber XL.
He apologized, canceled the ride, and left her there. The rapper says she's pretty tough. Dank DeMoss, as she's known at the mic, is crushed by the whole situation.
I just want them to know, like, it really hurt my feelings.
It looks like a Lyft might be hurting pretty soon, too.
I knew it was illegal, and I knew that it was wrong.
Her attorneys, John Marco and Zach Runyon, say weight is a protected characteristic in Michigan by law.
It would be no different than a driver pulling up and saying, you know, I don't want to have black people in my car, or I don't want to have Christians in my car, or Muslims in my car. It's the same. Under the law, it's the same.
The lawsuit is filed. Since she posted the encounter on social media, other...
And like I said, when you're too big, like morbid obese, this is the fate for a lot of people that let themselves go. And when I mean let themselves go, they let themselves go really bad. Because as a human being, you should not be reaching a certain plateau weight-wise and think you're going to still be around health-wise, in my opinion. Let me refresh this. But Only in society they allow this, right? And I don't approve of this suing, but that's just me. Let's go.
Full-figured folks have reached out saying the same thing happened to them.
I can fit in this car.
No, believe me, you can.
Yes, I can. I really want people to see like what we go through as bigger people, you know.
We did reach out to Lyft. They did not get back with us in time for this story. Now, Lyft, Uber, those rideshare companies, they can refuse passengers based on a perceived security threat. But according to Deja's attorneys, you cannot discriminate based on someone's weight. It's very clear in that cell phone video. That is why he denied her ride. Reporting live on Detroit's West Side, Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.
And because these Lyft drivers, their own personal rides, I mean, they turn people away, but they have some discretion, you're saying. But when it comes to some of these protected liberties, no.
That is what the attorneys are saying, and they said they had enough to file suit. They have filed that lawsuit, and Lyft has been served, but we will see what happens. We'll stay in touch with Deja.
Yeah, it's interesting because you said so many people came forward after this, so clearly it's an issue out there right now. Thanks, Jessica.
All right. As you know, the video speaks more than the article. As you know, it says her name, request drive. The backstory of first driver told Bland
time doesn't heal wounds. Hard work, innovation.
Stop that. I don't want to see that. All this stuff. Uber XL, a large vehicle. My thing, what's going to happen if they decide to pay her, which is going to be not much money, they're not going to give this woman. Let me tell you something right now. A lot of these corporations like Lyft and stuff that makes money, they're not going to be so lenient to be issuing out a $1 million lawsuit. They're just not going to do that. They're just not going to do that. I don't see them doing it. Not now, not then, and never. But, you know, it's something to keep an eye out. I wouldn't give this much more attention because, like I said, you know, her suing the drivers and suing the corporation that he works under. And I heard rumor this dude lost his job, but really, that's kind of dumb. If you lost your job because someone filed a complaint, I said that's the job you should not be working for. If Lyft was so much to concede and terminate you because of this bullshit, go find another driving job, in my opinion. It won't hurt. There are a lot more. Go work for Uber. Work for all these other ones. I mean, I wouldn't go or lose sleep over Lyft. Lyft go screw himself. But that's me. All right. Make sure you guys like the stream and hit the like button. Share the stream like always. You know, likes and share the stream. Likes are free. Share the stream. Now, let me see if I go to TikTok. And there's more videos of it. You know what's funny? I went on this woman's IG. And I'll say this. I was very much disturbed. And the reason why I was disturbed, because this woman, let me see if I can find her IG. I don't want to run my mouth. No, that's not it. Where's the IG? Where is it? Where is it? Is this the one? No, let me go down. Yeah, and one woman did a video, said she has the audacity to sue. Yeah, because they want to sue because they want to be accepted. And I'm saying society don't accept, respect big women or big people in general. Let's keep real. All right, let me see. Demas. Oh, wait. I see her name. Date Demas. I think I found it. And the funny thing about this woman, now that I think about it, I'm not going to show her IG because, you know, y'all see her big self-rating. I don't want to burn your eyes on that. I've noticed this woman, the same woman that's suing Lyft, she got an OnlyFans. And I'm thinking, how are you a big back with OnlyFans? Who is paying your subscription to watch your body? I'll tell you who's paying the subscription to watch your body. Non-black men and maybe women, but let's mostly men, non-black men that have a fetish for big chicks, big obese chicks. These are the biggest chicks. And you know, one of the things that they find most arousing that these dudes will pay and give this chick money for OnlyFans to see her do some lewd behavior. Y'all heard me saying about these big women sitting on a man's face? It is very disturbing. Yikes! Yikes! She does just fall down and she'll sit on your face. It's disturbing. I mean, all right. But yeah, she has an OnlyFans. Not a good look. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to play the sister. What the hell? And this sister is going to explain more about being a big woman and the consequences. And I think she was right on point with this one. So let's listen to the sister now. And you know, she resides in Georgia. She's the very tall woman, 6 foot and to be exact. Let's go. Fair use.
Chaos reign.
Do you know how many women I talk to who are big, and when me and them have a consultation about their weight, and she say, "Can you take a look at me and tell me what you think? Let's find some ways I can improve. Do you have any suggestions for makeup tips or hair tips?" And I go look at her, and then she I go look at her, and she asked me that question, like, "So what do you think about my weight?" And I look at her, and I'm like, "You are obese. Do you?"
Now, listen. I don't care what anyone has to say about the sister. She knows the integrity of women, particularly black women, and know the importance that the health is more than wealth. It is your, how can I say it? It is your lifeline. It is your, it is your form of currency around the society if you're a woman. And if the bigger you are, the less currency that's going to not only be bestowed on you, but also the less value you are as a woman in society. I don't care if anyone tells you something different, ladies. Don't believe these other women at all. Never believe them. So she's going to go in more on this. Let me wind it back a little bit. All right, let's go. Fair series.
Wait, and I look at her and I'm like, "You are obese. Do you know how many women be like, really? 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 Oh my God, I didn't know." You know why they don't know? Because everyone around them is telling them that they're thick, that they're healthy, that they like to eat. Oh, you're curvy, you're voluptuous, and it's gaslighting.
Let me wind that back because it went over a lot of y'all heads all the way in the back. You kind of know this when you watch this and you go back and you will watch this. It's gonna go over your head a little bit. Let me wind it back for those that don't know. Let me go back a bit. All right, there we go. Let's go.
Eat. Oh, you're curvy, you're voluptuous. Eat. Oh, I didn't know. You know why they don't know? Because everyone around them is telling them that they're thick, that they're healthy, that they like to eat. Oh, you're curvy, you're voluptuous, and it's gaslighting. Oh my God, I didn't know. You know why they don't know? Because everyone around them is telling them that they're thick, that they're healthy, that they like to eat. Oh, you're curvy, you're voluptuous, and it's gaslighting.
It's that bullshit. And what I mean, I explain. And make sure you guys like the stream. Leave a comment. Be respectful in the comment section, please. It's the worst. It's beyond gaslight. It's delusion. For lack of better words, right? All your life, if you've been a fat woman, hell, screw it. Even a man that's big, he can't hide that he's big. But if you're a woman in general, or young girl becoming a teenager and becoming a young woman, And throughout your whole life, depending on your parents, if they allow you to get the way you are, right? Which they did, right? You walk throughout the earth, depending how old you are. And Dick DeMars is about to turn 30 this year. So this obese woman that you see on the screen, right? Not her, but Dick DeMars, the big woman on the thumbnail. She's been big mostly her whole entire life. And now approaching the next decade in her life. And we know she got some health problems. Let's keep real. If you're in your 20s and you not got no sugar problems, no high blood pressure, and all that stuff, if you didn't get it then, you're eventually going to get it now. Once you start hitting 30. Oh, did I told y'all a few of her IG pages, because she has multiple IGs. She does have a page where she is dedicated on trying to lose the weight, allegedly. Right? What's good, bro? How you doing? Right? She has not made the attempt to try to at least drop as much weight possible before hit 30. And I think my good friend Amir Brown would tell best, because he knows personally, and I probably would know personally. As you get older, it does not get easier in regards to your health. I've said this personally, and I'll say this again. And please, guys, as you watch the video, I'm not looking at the likes, so please hit the like button. If you're watching, just give me a like. It'll be respectful for the algorithm, so people know I'm live. That's one thing. If I ask, please do that. Well, I'm not gonna say much, but you see the woman on the screen, so you be the judge, my bro. There's a certain weight limit threshold a man and woman should never reach. I said this to men, and this one's easy. Now, if you're 5'7" and you're over 250, it's gonna show. And man, you have to slim down if you're a man, because you're gonna look big when you're shorter, or what they quote unquote call a short king. Now, if you're 5'11" and 6 feet, it does show much, depending where it fits as a man. Still, you always gotta watch it as a man. Once you start climbing over 250 and going around 270, that's where you have to be very cautious, because, and why I say is, you're in the completely red zone, personally, because now you're climbing to almost approaching 300 pounds. You as a man, you don't want to touch 300 pounds. That's a serious no-no, because that's where you're going to fall in a lot of health complications. Hell, you fall even before you reach 300. But normally, once you start touch the 300 scale, no matter what height you are, it's problematic for you as a man. Now, for ladies, I say this personally. If a man, he should not be 300 pounds. For you ladies, you should not be no greater than under 200 pounds. No matter what your height. And trust me, there are some women I know that are 6 foot that might touch 200 pounds, to those that are 6 foot that's under 200 pounds and still look fabulous. As you know, the one they call 6 foot the goddess, she is roughly no greater than 167. And she might push to 170, but let's say, for the sake of conversation, she's 167. I look at that as she's on point in regards to weight. And the reason why, because when you are roughly a 6 footer person, usually you're going no grade, you'll be better off. If anything, you're not gonna be too skinny. 160 and maybe 170, possibly. That is a fair line where you could be comfortable weight-wise. But if you're shorter, you want to go down a little bit more. And mind you, this is not health consultation. These are just honest things for how I see and I observe things. I think one of our problems as people is that, especially you ladies got too many yes women around you. And the problem with you ladies having too much yes women around you there's a consequence to that. That means these women will tell you all what you need to hear, all the sweet things, all this. You're a good girl, you're thick, you're wonderful, this, that nonsense. And the reason why they do that is because they're trying to take you out of the competition. Do you hear me? Man, let me make myself bigger, man, because I'm not bullshit with y'all today. You know why most women, let me say this. You know why most women don't want to be honest with other women that are much bigger than them? It's because you're not no frat. You are out of competition towards them and you. How I know? Let me tell you why. You want to know who your friends really are, bitch? You want to know who your friends really are? Drop 40 pounds. If you were over 200 pounds and you're like a woman that's under 5'8", drop 30 pounds. And after that, maybe if you want, you could push it, do 40. What's the reaction to your friends once they start notice you start to lose some goddamn weight? And trust me, I hear stories of this. I'm not bullshitting y'all. I heard stories personally of the women said that their friends start look different, act funny towards them. You know why? It's because now you are up in line to be in competition to potentially be on the market, which most people are competing. Like most ladies must answer, you're competing for a man or whatever. You are a threat with other women because now you are going to be looked at as more beautiful, attractive, because your body is more slimmer. It'll show more, your curves will even out. And a lot of women, by default, psychologically, don't like that. They despise that ish. That's why they encourage majority of women, especially talking black women, when black women are big and fat and morbidly obese, they encourage you to be bigger. Don't give me that bullshit. I ain't running no goddamn game at all. I tell y'all this because I don't want to tell y'all no garbage lie, no stupid lie. I'm telling you the facts. If you're big and you're around friends that encourage it and don't want you to see you at your best and want to see you at your healthy weight and see you strive to be looking good, they are not your friends. They are your goddamn enemy. They are your enemy. They are your enemy. They are your enemy. No, she hasn't. She hasn't. Oh, guys, please support the channel. Y'all know what to do. I know I need to say more. Y'all know what the game is. Please support Chaos Radio Channel.
I want my money. I told you. Where is my money? Benny, bring me everyone.
I need my money. I need my money.
What do you mean everyone?
Support the channel, guys. Super chat or cash app. I think $ Chaos 8 Rain. Yeah, support the chat, man. Yeah, y'all know I'm talking some real facts, real honest truth. And I see firsthand that a lot of women that were superly big, they had too much potential that they should never be this. Especially if your face is attractive. It don't make no sense you're that big. Come on, sweetie. All right, I'm gonna let the lady talk more. Let the 6-foot lady talk. Let's go.
And most people gaslight big people like this for two reasons. One for money and one for their own self-righteousness. So the guy that likes to target big women for a place to stay and for someone to give him money and pay his probation fees, they're telling these girls, oh, you're not that big. The girls that want to sell you tickets to their podcast and sell you their card game, they're the ones telling it that you're not big, you're just thick and you still deserve the world. And so many people, or some people, they're so self-righteous that they feel bad and they don't want to tell that person the truth because they don't want to hurt their feelings. So I can't tell you how many people be big like this, and everybody in their life is telling them that it's not that bad, and they really believe it. And then that's why when someone is like, actually you're huge, no, it be so jarring and so triggering for them because it most times is the first time that they heard it. And imagine knowing you have a problem, but everyone around you is gaslighting you, telling that you don't, for their own benefit or for their own self-righteousness. It's not right.
Hey, Chaos.
And it's never gonna be right. And the reason why I say it's never gonna be right, because it's let's be honest, let's keep it simple. Because you're no longer a threat. You're knocked out of any form of competition. You're a woman that is super big. Your other friend that's not that big, maybe she has some decent curves and not too big. And there's another friend that's pretty skinny, or she might have no curves at all. And then they is all form of competition. Women will tell other women what they want to hear because it knocks off other women off their pedestal. And that's the honest truth. That's just the real honest truth. And there's no way around it. Like literally, there's no way around it. You think that they're your friend, but at the end of the day, they plot against you. And personally, I don't like it. You think your friends will be honest with you and tell you what you want to hear instead of what you don't want to hear. They should be truthfully honest with you if they are your real friends. And let's be honest, friendship today, because of social media, is really a thing of the past. To be personally honest with y'all, most people today you have around you are fake, are literally fake, and they're all around your present because they want to see you at the same level. That's how I have to keep it real honest with y'all. Now, no one's going to tell y'all this because this is something that you never really think of or contemplate of. You think people are here just to see you thrive and do well. No, they're here to see you at the same level, stagnation. All right. So now I'm going to run the next video. And she's going to go into more about this story. And I want you to hear from a woman, because I could speak about all day, every day, but really, it does not hit well because I'm a man. And a lot of women nowadays, let's be honest, me talking about weight in general and the honest truth, it should be offensive. And it has to be offensive because what we doing here as people, especially as Black women, you up here might make some money off the Lyft corporation, but have you really won the war yet? No. Now, matter of fact, I'm gonna let it run and y'all be the judge. Let's keep going. First.
Remember, I did a video a few weeks ago and I said that women struggle with accountability because of men, and the men got so mad. Oh, y'all want to blame everything on the man. This is what I be talking about. There's always a man ready to come shield a woman from herself. It never fails. Every time there's a woman getting ready to eat her consequences, no pun intended. Anyway, here before, boy, you better believe there's always a man sometime, somewhere ready to come and save her from herself. No, y'all did not. Oh, I cannot stand when people conflate the Black experience with other experience. That nothing aggravates me. To me, it is so disgusting. It is so manipulative. And this is why us as Black women, we're always getting laughed at. And now you got these white men on here with this 600-pound Black woman talking about.
She's actually 500, but who's keeping count? Face.
It would be the same as someone denying a ride because you're Black. Stop it. Stop it right now. This is so gross. Like, this is honestly so embarrassing. Like, we always look like a joke. This is sad.
Want to have Christians in my car or Muslims in my car. It's the same. Under the law, it's the same.
The lawsuit is filed since
You cannot help your race. Your religion is something that no one knows unless you verbally disclose it. We are not going to sit here and say that the race someone was born, that they had nothing to do with, is comparable to someone who is greedy and gluttonous and overeats more than what they need. We're not going to do this. It's not the same thing. And you do Black people a disservice when you're always comparing things to a racial experience. It downplays us when we really are being discriminated against.
But, and to rephrase, is it really man's fault today that we overflate these chicks' ego in regards the weight? Yes. And not only certain men, there's a plethora of men right now, the ones that's, let's be honest, the ones that's really giving these big back ladies the attention and time are the men that are pretty much, unfortunately, unmotivated. They are actually broke, because anytime you sit on your ass all day and you let the woman just make all the money, you just sit back, you're broke. The unproductive ones, the ones that how can I say it? Well, it's the same thing, but you get the point. That these are the men that still giving breath of life for a lot of big back ladies. A lot of them. There, and I mean a lot, I don't mean like a whole plethora of men, but a good set of men that is out there that wants to be, you know, dealing with these women for really bare minimum. And they're comfortable with it. And once the big woman supplies the need of money, mostly, in return, these dudes are going to supply these ladies the dick. And they're going to constantly be stroking the love to them, a false love, so they can open themselves up for anything, including giving them money, open that purse, buying them things. All that is derived by a man that wanted to put his finger in them and give them some deep strokes. That's how you look at it, guys. That's how you look at it. So there are some men that are pretty much broke and non-productive that will still give daylight to these ladies. And here's one thing about all this. I'm saying this. Is it ironic when they come on panels where black men tell us, yeah, the weight is a problem, you could probably change that. You see a lot of women will sit there, kiss their teeth, hold their head up high, and then give you that face, because in their mind saying, I already got access to men's dicks. Why do I need to lose the weight, do all this extra stuff? Because there's no incentive, and there should be no incentive, because a lot of them have been already compromised, because there are men out here that still want to give them some D and comfort. That's it. If the men stop giving the D alone to a lot of these women will go freak out. They'll go crazy. I'm telling you that right now, they'll go crazy if they're not able to get access to men, especially black men. Anyhow, let's keep going. Fairies.
He posted the encounter on social media. Other full-figured folks have reached out saying the same thing happened to them.
I can fit in this car.
No, believe me, it's him.
Yes, I can. I really want people to see like what we go through as bigger people, you know.
We did reach out to Lyft. They did not get.
And if you're going through so much, lose the weight.
They can't. And the reason why, because they think it's not a necessity to lose weight. Because there's one thing that keeps women in a certain box or a certain status or a certain, keep them a certain way in life. The dick and attention. If they not get attention, they're sure as hell getting some dick from a man. And a man's gladly tearing their back up. Like gladly with open arms and with their stroke game tearing the hell out that back. So, okay, let's keep going.
I don't think a lot of you understand what would happen if you literally just started eating the appropriate amount of food.
Mm-hmm.
You've been bamboozled. It was a scam when they told you that you need breakfast, lunch, and dinner, baby.
Yeah.
It was a scam literally to sell you more food. In most places across the world, there isn't a such thing as breakfast of pancakes and bacon and eggs and grits and toast. And no, breakfast is like water, maybe a fruit or vegetable, avocado. Okay. And in most countries, everybody works all day and does what they're supposed to do all day. And then everybody comes home and eats together at dinner. It is really a greedy American concept of eating pancakes, bacon, eggs, toast, and grits in the morning, then lunchtime coming and eating a sub, chips, french fries, a drink, and a cookie, then dinner coming and eating chicken, rice, corn on the cob, cornbread, macaroni and cheese. This is not okay.
And not only that, you're putting on an accumulated amount of calories that the body already, unfortunately, is not really designed to handle. And most people, depending on your regimen, which most of us we don't really use the gym or have any home interior gym or anything to really work the body after consuming excessive calories and carbohydrates. That fat sits in your colon. It sits in your body and it accumulates. But the only reason why this will happen is because you are following a Western diet that's not designed for your preservation. If most Black people start following more of a West African diet and mostly something that's more fruitful and lively foods, it might change their perception of how they are in America personally. I mean personally, loosely. All right, let's keep going.
Now you have so many women who feel terrible when they're eating the normal amount of food because they have been gaslit into being told they're supposed to eat more, once again, to line people's pockets. The way that society condones big people in order to line their pockets is so disgusting to me. And it goes to show that people see the psychology behind it. They see like, okay, this person is greedy. This person is a consumer. And it translates into those big people are also more likely to consume financially. So much of the world sits and puts these people and gaslights them as though their situations aren't as bad as they are so that they can get a payday. And these people out here suing people and are really taken aback when someone tells them, you're huge. And matter of fact, you're too huge to come into my vehicle. Now they're shook because 9 times out of 10, they genuinely had never heard that before. And this is what we continue to do. This is what we continue to set up. And we continue to coddle people that have a problem that can be fixed, that could be fixed like this, with simply just doing less of what you're doing.
And there, for every problem, there is always a solution to everything. But, and to say to today's society, we're not gonna fix things. Most, let's be honest, Black people that are big, especially Black women, they're not in no business or in any mindset wise to fix that problem they have. And weight is a simple thing to fix. It is not rocket science. You're going to have to research and do studying on your own body to see what your body can handle, what it cannot, and you go from there. But most people today, they don't study their body, much as study food. And you don't have to be an expert in studying the fields, but just have a clear concept of the content of the food you're consuming and how much your body is able to digest and absorb all that nonsense, right? I think a lot of big back ladies don't like this woman because woman doesn't advocate Black women to be big backs. She advocates Black women to be the best they can be, and that is to be fit. And if you're not feminine, you hopefully become feminine and be respectfully friendly. It's not hard. But like I said, most women nowadays, they don't even respect Black men. Let's be honest. That's why they're so big the way they are, because they don't want to take no instructions from, no criticism from no man. So obviously there's a dilemma already. And the other thing is that, you're lazy by choice. Anyhow, let's go.
Get back with us in time for this story. Now, Lyft, Uber, those rideshare companies, they can refuse passengers based on a perceived security threat. But according to Deja's attorneys, you cannot discriminate based on someone's weight. It's very clear in that cell phone video. That is why he denied her ride. Reporting live on Detroit's West Side, Jessica Dupnack.
This is absolutely unbelievable. And this happens so much. And to be honest, it's going to keep happening, because as long as it's them sitting there willing to buy and willing to appease someone, there's someone willing to appease them. This girl really should be ashamed of herself. And now you got these.
She won't be ashamed of herself, because in her mind, she feels she is entitled to walk and roam the earth as she is, and people should accept it. And not only accept it, but accept her bigness and, to be equally yoked. And in the perfect world, that might be the case, but this world is not perfect, so we're gonna be judged and criticize everything. I'm Larry. Continue. Let's go. Grace.
Colonizers over here doing a Birdman hand rub, like, ooh, here goes a chance for a lawsuit and for us to get a payout. I feel so bad for that driver. I really hope that he's all right. I hope that this wasn't like do or die for him, where he trying to make do. And I hope it ain't put him in a bad situation, because he was so nice, and he really explained himself to her when he shouldn't have. Don't explain yourself to them, because the truth is very evident. You know what I'm saying? When the truth is so evident, I don't believe in explaining nothing. I didn't explain nothing, because if the truth is evident and you're choosing not to see it, you just don't want to see it. And that's why y'all don't like me. That's why y'all be so mad at me, because you are so used to people condoning your stuff and tiptoeing around you. And I'm just not going to do that. It's just not happening that way. Okay. And us as Black women being in this emergency situation with so many of us so big, when you're in an emergency, like imagine you're trying to get out of a burning building and the building is on fire, and the fire department busts in the building to save you. And they're like, move, let's go. Get down the steps. We got to go. And you stop and be like, hey, you don't got to yell at me. Okay. Hey, watch your tone. Stop it. We're in an emergency. Okay. When people are in an emergency, they do not have time to sit there and hold your hand and coddle you and walk you through things. Okay. I don't care what anyone says. Being big, being that big and staying big is 100% a sign of bad character. That this woman thinks she can be so entitled to ruin this man's car is disgusting. She should be ashamed of herself. I'm hoping that there's some type of like GoFundMe or something for the driver, because he didn't deserve that. And this needs to be a cautionary tale to other drivers. If you pull up and you see someone that's just big like that and you know it's going to ruin your car, don't explain nothing. Okay, just cancel the ride. And
Yeah. So like I was saying before, that when you do any time of line of work in any form of business, especially transportation, it can be rough. And it's rough because you got to deal with people's bullish. I think with the driver, I'm not sure what race the driver was. It is what it is. You got to bite the bullet. I mean, you did what's in your best interest. I can't knock you. But the problem with that is there are consequences for every action. In the case of him trying take that lady on as a passenger, it speaks for itself. All right, let's keep going. Phrase.
Keep moving. Don't explain nothing, because there's no point in you having consequences and the person who has the problem doesn't have to bear the consequence what you do. Okay, that ain't how it works, and that's honestly sad to me. I feel really bad for this. Drop down in the comments and give her some suggestions on how she can transport herself going forward. Okay, I suggest a tugboat. All right, I suggest some type of forklift. I suggest an 18-wheeler, perhaps, maybe a crane, perhaps a bulldozer. Okay, but a Nissan Sentra, absolutely not. Y'all going Y'all gonna learn. Okay, y'all gonna learn why I move the way I do. These people don't even know they big half the time. They so used to people telling them, no, that ain't the case. You'll be so surprised how many people that is the case for. Okay, one day we gonna learn about calling grown adults. Okay, I'm sorry. This is absolutely ridiculous, and this is exactly why.
Like I said, it's not ridiculous because people don't and are unwilling to learn how society treats them. Let us wrap this up.
Things get out of control because people don't want to tell people the truth, and now innocent people got to suffer.
And there you have it. Thank you to the sister. You can learn a lot from her. I think a lot of women should really take heed the message to a lot of women, like the 6-foot lady or the goddess. But in case in point, in wrapping this up, there's only trade-offs, no solutions. And the reason why I say that boldly is because most people today, and I mean dear, most of them today, are not looking for solutions, in my opinion. They're looking for a comfortable existence. I'm not with the comfortable existence. I'm looking for reality and, let's be fair, results. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah. Oh, guys, support channel, hit the super chat or cash app, whatever you want to call it. I think the days of the gaslighting and the delusions, way how it is now, how the Western world is moving, it's going to be pretty much in the past. And the reason why I say is because there's no way in hell you see a woman like this could be so bold to still think that she's entitled for every little thing and really does not really offer much of all. Now, I'm not sure how good a rapper she is. If you're a rapper, that's fine, but you're only like an IG rapper or one of those SoundCloud rappers. It's not going nowhere. It's hard for me to imagine that if you are signed to any label, which labels nowadays are moving beyond signing people depending on their attention, you're not good for marketing. Hell, if you think about it now, Lizzo, of all people, is losing weight. And I think she's doing that for health reasons, personally. But we gotta remind ourselves that why are the women that you see that were so big now starting to lose weight? It's because they're looking at their health at the end of the day. That's something that a lot of big people are not paying attention to. You cannot cheat perfection. Hell, you cannot cheat to have a better result. You're going to have to do the necessary work. That means you're going to take your diet extremely, and I mean extremely seriously. You cannot continue to eat and move the way you do and hope to get a better result. It's not going to happen. That's not happening anytime soon. You're going to have to do the work. And if you remember, I remember the old man and his lady friend. She was once big, not as big as her, but big enough. And she was much taller than this woman. I think this woman's like under 5'3", I believe. I'm not sure how tall Dake DeMoss is, but I think she's a short woman, very pudgy, very obese woman, right? And with her, she And I just lost that. It slipped my mind, but it'll come back to me. Oh yeah, Miss Lady, or the old man's lady friend, she went out her way to lose the weight. That means she cut back on the carbs. She had to eat a vegetable diet, strictly vegetables. I think she took in more water intake and stuff, right? And she was able to drop the weight. But only way she was able to accomplish that, she had to do the work. And it goes back to, like I said before, the work, you have to do the work to drop the weight. And I think most women today, because they want to be complacent and want to be in the big back isness, then they're going to refuse to do the necessary work to just to be in a more healthier body shape, which is not really that difficult. So personally, there's no excuse. You know, as men, all thing we could do is we can't correct our genetics in regards to height, but we could do things to make a little bit more money. That could be attainable. Can we make a lot of money? Not certain, but we can make more money. You know, same for you, ladies. You might not be born with a so-called perfect waistline and shapely behind, but if you could work on it, and then you could make your body shape the way you want it. But you got to put a lot of time in the gym and a lot of dedication in the kitchen. I mean, you're going to have to eat whole foods and stuff. You're going to have to stop eating the processed, always on the go foods. Those are not foods that will sustain and give you proper nutrition that will help nourish your body, so your body doesn't come out so bloated, like you see the lady here on the screen. And it goes back to show you have to do the work. Now, I hear a lot of women nowadays that either got by or not are cheating to get a certain figure. But let's be honest, when you start going through the knife and getting injections or fake things on your body, you hurt yourself in the long run. And what I mean by this is that your body has to constantly, if you go that route, go on the BBL route and the plastic surgery route, you have to constantly keep maintaining, do that for every 10 years, which that requires money. That's a secret no one talks about when you go through the knife. You have to spend more money every 10 years to keep that shape. It's not gonna always stay there after you go and have the procedures. You gotta keep going back for the normal checkups and retouching of it every 10 years. How you see some of these BBLs lately from these celebrities? One time, what's the name? Nicki Minaj had a little boo-boo accent with her BBL, and it looked like it hella turned around, like it bent around somewhere. So that's something to think about, guys. You got to do the work to get one thing you control is your diet and how you look to a degree. But if you don't know that, or you making the necessary change to change that, you'll never change that portion of you. So I say to say this: your how your body is, that someday you control. The way how you look, how your body is, you have to control, and that means you have to go in the gym, in the kitchen, to have the body that you think you deserve, that is respectful enough, that is manageable enough. And that means you can't be over a size 8. If I have not said this, I'll say this once again. If you're a black woman, the best thing you could shoot for, if you're not morbidly obese, meaning that you're over 200 pounds or more, you don't want to be over a dress size 8. If anything, if you're going to look for it to have a real decent size wise, a dress size 6 will do you perfectly. Dress size 4, unless you're naturally thin and you might gain little weight and you're skinny somewhat, dress size 4 will fit your body. But if you're not that and you always have issues weight wise and you get big, you're big when you're born or big when you're a teenager or whatever, and you're a certain weight, you always want to push to drop down the certain weight. You don't want to be 12, 14, 15. I think we're in the dress size right now in America, which I'm going to look up now before I wrap this up, because I think we need to know what the dress size stands right now. All right. I think that'll be good to do. All right, what's this? What's the average dress size in America? Let's check what it tell me. Now, I said clothing style, dress size could vary from clothing styles, but we're not going by clothing styles because whoever designed the clothes is supposed to fit depending on the shape of the woman. The dress size right now, as it stands in America, is 16 to 18. That is roughly, if I could be right or wrong, let me see how much weight. At 5'4". There's a 5'4" dress size. Let's see what. Okay. Okay. Makes sense. It said a weight for a 5-foot woman and wait, let me see what 64 inches is. Hold on. What is 64? Inches in a dress size. Okay, so it'll fall from 4 to maybe it says 12, but we'll go 4 to 8. Okay, makes sense. All right, so that's it. I'm not going further than that. Inclusion, like any advice, try to be as small as possible. That would be the safest bet for you as a woman, no matter what height you are. Do not exceed, and I said this endearing, you should not go beyond 167 as a woman, period. And the reason I'm being nice about 167 because I know most women nowadays, depending on their heights, I hear someone that's like 175, 185. Hell, I heard someone that's over 200 pounds. So the best bet that you want to be safe, don't exceed 167. That's like a dude should not exceed close to 300 pounds, roughly that's 280 or above. You as a woman, you don't want to exceed 167. That's pretty much it. All right. Thank y'all for watching today's stream. The links to follow me are below. You can follow me on Twitter at ChaosRay7. You can add me a friend on Facebook, Eric Ray on Facebook. You could follow me on Rumble, CRain23 Rumble. I'm not sure if I said Twitter, but follow me on Twitter at CRain23. Eric Ray on Facebook. Oh, join my Discord service. And last but not least, become a member of the Chaos Reign Show as well. Membership guys, perks like always. So don't be hesitant. Become a member now. Thank you for watching today's stream. Until next time. Next time. Let the chaos reign.
They like the chaos.
They like the chaos. So when you're able to
Chaos.
let that chaos reign with
Chaos.
let that chaos reign with
Chaos.
let that chaos reign with
Must reign.